Good morning. I'm noticing that I'm developing a bit of an obsession with this game, and my curiosity is leading me down a lot of rabbit holes. And a lot of my free time is spent studying and researching. And it's not because I feel like I have to do it, but because I really want to. And I'm really enjoying that. So I'm going to get into my first practice game of the day today, see if I learned anything. Let's get started. See a Spanish looking word here. See this telephone pole, which I think would put us in France. In Spain. They do use poles like this. And my understanding is, I think the Spanish poles do have this kind of dotted structure towards the top of it. Based on the landscape, I'm not sure. Got no indication from the sun really, but perhaps it does kind of seem to be coming from this area. Yeah. I don't really have too much to go on. I mean, I see a Spanish-looking word here, and I see a pole that I believe places me somewhere in Spain. I'm gonna go up here. Okay, and that was great. Very good guess. Happy with that one. I mean, I think the Spanish word may have been a dead giveaway, but the confirming evidence was the quote unquote Spanish looking uh, telephone pole there. Off to a very good start. Okay, right away I see this auto rickshaw and I see what looks to be a more Indian style writing. Looks like it's backwards. Maybe not. No, that's me just thinking. I do think that this is India. I know that we see this car meta with a lot of blurs all around India. The camera was really not that good. Appears as though we are driving on the left. Just want to get just want to make sure that I am in India. I'm looking for some writing that is potentially more legible. Well, I'm gonna have to go for it here. Put it up in the north. There's Delhi. Let me put it up here. Okay, great. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if that was actually Hindi that I was reading on that sign. It did look Indian, and I was able to recognize that one. It was mainly the car meta that did it for me. I mean, all across India, you'll see some really bad footage, a lot of blurs on the car, and in other parts of the screen, you'll see the camera being really poor quality. That kind of led me to believe I was there, and I am 2 for 2. Looks like this is some Asian style script. Perhaps looks kind of Chinese, like Mandarin script. Not sure. Can't read this. It doesn't really look like it's written in a Latin style word. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm in Asia. Could be the sign for something else. I mean, there's a stop sign here. See these blue street signs. Overall, like North American looking buildings. This is potentially tricky. I think based on the style of architecture and in vehicles, I think it does put me in North America. Um, would be a toss up between the U.S. and Canada, and for this one, I'm leaning more Canada, like Pacific Northwest. Maybe Vancouver area. Could be the U.S. in that same region. Yeah, I think it's a toss up. I think it's somewhere here. I'm gonna go for it. Let's see if I'm up here. Okay, not too bad. I mean, I think that was pretty spot on. I wish I could tell you why I chose Canada over Washington here. I'm not sure. There was something about the way the place felt, quote unquote, that it didn't feel like it was in the United States. There was something that was jumping out at me that subconsciously was putting me in Canada, but I think I went for a roll of the dice on that one, and I got lucky. And that's only because I can't explain exactly why I chose one over the other. Regardless, though, I'm happy with it. 3 for 3. I can keep moving. Driving on the left here. See a yellow license plate, white in the front. Usually we'd see that in the UK. Doesn't look like the UK, but I see some English over here. I see English there. I do see the wooden style poles with the yellow sticker here. Yeah, I think I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because I'm not seeing anything else going on. So I'm just going to plop it in the UK. And bingo, 4 for 4. Very good on that one. Yeah, I think the UK in many cases is very easy to differentiate when there's vehicles on the road. The landscape for me, I feel like also has a distinct look, in the architecture does too. But I mean, the driving on the left with the yellow plates on the back and the white ones on the front is very easy for me to differentiate. I didn't need too much confirming evidence there. It looks like the last round. Let's see if I can be perfect on my country guessing. I'm thinking the United States on this one right away. Let's see, wooden poles, very American looking house. Mailbox. Yeah, I think again, I'm not going to go too crazy on this one either. I'm going to put a pin down. Definitely somewhere along the eastern part of the country here. So I'm going to put it right in Virginia. I know it's probably not that, but I think I'm geographically somewhere in the eastern part of the U.S. Yeah, okay, it was way up in Maine. Terrible guess in terms of distance, but um, not very good at the region guessing in many cases, even in the United States. But I can't complain. Despite being almost 600 miles away on that guess, I am 5 for 5, and I was able to accurately guess each of the countries in this round. Had a very good score there, over 19,000. So I think I'm seeing the game well. I'm seeing the maps well. I'm picking up on a lot of information. My curiosity is leading me into a lot of different places, and I think compared to where I was last week, I'm able to extract so much more information just from the clues on the screen. And that is just motivating me even more to keep playing and then to get back into duels really shortly. But with that, I'm going to shut it down now, and I'll be back with another video and more commentary.